welcome to another season or a brand new season of the Jian Lasala show. And I'm so honored to be joined today with a very beautiful and stunning Atasha Reign Parani, Bini Bini Pilipinas 2023 second runner up. I'm so kilig. Hi,
Hi!
how are you?
Okay, I'm okay. I'm wearing green on behalf of my home, which is General Trias. I'm really glad to see you again. I remember seeing you in the coronation and around as
Oh
well during.
wow. Yeah, I was always present at the activities. So Rain, you gave one of the most memorable performances. So actually, I remembered two. So my designer heart was so happy because your national costume was amazing. Your evening
Thank
gown
you.
too was amazing. But let me ask you first, you were wearing an evening gown that was so interesting. The design was so interesting. Who was the designer? And tell me all about it because the details were just so like how it was constructed and everything. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Actually, I've received so much critics about it since
Oh.
it seemed like I couldn't walk well, but it was nice. But I think a lot has appreciated it when they saw it in person. So
Mm.
my evening long gown has been made and designed by Arley Ron and Carl Bala, which is two of my handlers, my makeup artist, and my hairstylist. They're everything. I'm an independent candidate this year, so it was really just them for the Nat cause as well as from them.
Mm.
And for the evening gown, I really said that, you know what? I don't know if I'm a pink or a purple or blue girl. You know what I mean? I'm more of that fire or something when it comes to colors or something classy and metallic or something like that. That even if it's not like cut it out sexy, it looks and it feels sexy. So I had to go for that because I'm the youngest candidate, so I didn't want to get the impression that I'm young and everything, and I can't go for that crown. So I made sure now, okay, it should be somehow red or silver or gold or something like
Yeah.
that. And we went for the gold. We had actually my prelims, or call that press presentation gowns, which is the red and the gold one, the chains one, were
Yeah.
both backup gowns for the coronation. But
Oh, okay.
yes, and we didn't know. Nakakaloka kasi press presentation was 5 segments. So we were like, oh my God, paano na yan? Like, saan tayo kukuha ng dress or ng gown? Tapos, ayun, yun ang ginamit namin. And I'm really glad kasi in God's perfect time, by the time mag-press presentation, we had those two ready and done. So we
Mm.
didn't like stress for those gowns, and sakto sa beauty derm because it has to be flowy.
Yeah.
We need an evening gown. So I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? Ang dami. So yun, and then I really in detail told my designer I'm really an on hands person as well when with my
Mm.
preferences and what I want. I did say that I want some type of feathers to be on the gown since my first ever pageant, which was last year. This is my second overall pageant, and Beanie
Mm.
Beanie's my second. The first gown that I won in, which is Beanie Beanie General Trias, had feathers at the bottom. So I wanted to still make it in my long gown, and eventually my nat cos is a bird as well. So I think it corresponds very well, and I think it went well too.
Yeah, I love it. It was because like me as a designer, of course, I have a designer's eye. And usually when the Lord reveals to me a design, it's not for everyone. It's supposed to like spark conversation and it will
Mm,
minister to the right people.
yeah.
So for me, your gown was beautiful. It was
Thank
runway worthy. It was red carpet worthy. It may be
you.
different for pageantry, but I loved it. When I look at it, I was far from the stage, but I could really see how beautiful the detail was. There was so much thought put into it. I love how the tulle was just intact and
Thank
all
you.
the feathers because like it was unconventional, but it was perfect for the occasion. Yeah. So, all right, national costume. What motivated you to perform so
Mm.
excellently? I was so entertained
Thank you.
and you were so unbothered that your boots were falling off.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it was such a very interesting costume. Like, tell us all about it.
It's the prince from Don Juan's story, and it's an Ibong Adarna costume. So, my team was already like brainstorming, even like screening week, like the final screening week, and we were already like thinking about it, and then they said that we want it to be like a performance kind of way, and I'm really glad because the whole national costume is like eco-friendly. It's
Yeah.
all eco bags. All the feathers were cut. I was part of them to cut each
Wow.
other, to stone each other. It was thousands and it took nights and sobrang daming puyat. Pero kasama po talaga kami lahat doon. And I'm really glad that it went well because the whole costume was on my shoulders. It was
Yeah.
just straps. So it was a lot for me because during my NatCos shoot for the video that was shown and previewed in the press presentation, it broke the wings. So I had to redo everything, and then it was all like metal. The wings were metal and the whole body was metal, so it was really much more heavier in the press presentation. And I just really am glad that it went well because
you made it look so easy. Like
thank you. I don't know how. I don't know because my designer, my handler, and makeup artist is very visionary. He has such a good vision when it comes to performance and how you can like become beautiful from within. Because it's like an inner monologue all the time. I was about to swear, but anyway, it's really like like when you go on stage, that's what I always do. I'm the show, or aura kung aura, like give it your all, and that's what I did in the NatCos, and I'm really glad. I did not know the boots fell during the performance. I only found out
when you came out, and then towards the end, but it was fun.
Oh my goodness, I only found out after. So when I went to my handler, I was like, okay ba? They look sad. They're like, sabi ko, bakit? Sabi nila, nahulog yung boots. Sabi ko, anong boots? Tapos pagkatingin ko, wala na pareho. Tapos tawang-tawa ako. Pero my handlers were like kind of sad about it kasi sayang. Pero, I watched the videos and clips and I feel like I did well because I really want to emphasize on the costume that you can't only walk on it, but you can run with the costume. And, I kind of use more of my acting skills as well because you really have to be in character. That's one of the important things that I've observed in pageantry, even if like I'm still new to it.
Yeah.
It's really important to be in character no matter what happens.
Yeah, I mean, send my regards to your designer, by the way. I am so impressed. And tell him that he has a bright future like you in the industry. And I like what you said because like, most of my critics too, they would nitpick on everything without really considering that I'm designing for the girl. And it may not be for you, it may not be for everyone, but I'm designing for her. So, all right, lovely, Reign, you were so amazing. Now,
thank you.
You said that you were young. How young are you?
I'm 19 right now. I'll turn 20 this November 22nd.
Wow, wait, let me just absorb. How does it feel to be in this position at 19? I mean, I would understand if you like won your Miss Provincial title at a certain age, at such a young age. I mean, that would be something that's easier to bear, kumbaga. With you now, like at 19, and you have the whole life ahead of you set out by God, and it's just really putting that in place, what you're meant to be doing. But at 19, how does it feel?
It feels quite good, although I had so much hardships because I studied while I was in Binibini, and I'm still studying right now. Actually, I came from school. That's why I was like last in your line because I had to.
I'm so sorry to rush you.
It's okay. I wasn't in a rush. Anyway, I did have a hard time during Binibini because our call times were very early. I'm sure you know.
Yeah,
And
very early, I
after
know.
that, I would be studying or I would be doing, the independent stuff. Like you have to
Yeah.
hustle on your own with your team. And it really was that. And it was really hard for me. And I'm just really glad that my school, Athenium Hypo, they were very understanding towards my situation. And right now, I'm going to school every day for the rest of the month.
Mhm.
And I'm glad that I'll graduate senior high school because
Yay, with honors?
hopefully, not yet. I'm not done yet, but hopefully. Yeah, I'm 4 years behind school, and it's something really hard for me. It's a burden. It's become a hindrance to my
Okay.
career. Um, and I stopped 2 years because of PBB, and then I
Mhm.
stopped 2 years because K to 12 was added.
Yeah.
So it was a bummer, but I think it all made sense during the journey.
Mhm.
There was something about keep going, like that phrase of keep going during Beanie season, and it was really hard for me because I did know, okay, that's my disadvantage, that I'm young, I look
Yeah.
like a baby. All the girls around me are my ates. They have much more experiences on their table, and for me it was just like a new thing, and I
Yeah.
still had to adjust. At the same time, I had to perform and do my best and give it my all. But I think I did my best in making sure that I had a core plan in myself, and I had to know how I look like. This is me, and I had to look at myself at the
Yeah.
same time, because I
Yeah.
feel like with the perspective that you're looking at yourself, it's much more easier to accept criticisms and harsh comments, definitely from your team. It's something that won't go away because
Yeah.
um, you'll have to always listen. It was something hard as well at start, but I think everything went well and it went according to the plan.
Yeah, I mean, like what we were sharing is that education is very important to develop competency and professionalism, but we have different timelines. So
Mhm.
there were, God put you in that position to be in showbiz. It taught you different things, which also brought you this far at Binibini. And whatever you learned here, I'm sure God will restore everything, the time that you've lost. And
Yeah.
you're not far behind, Rain. So I'm 35. I know, 36. Sorry, 36.
Gosh, it doesn't look like it.
Oh, thank you. That's the love of the Lord. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, that's what I've learned. Like, we all have different timelines. And a timeline only puts a pressure on unnecessary pressure and stress, actually, and it takes the joy away from you, what the Lord has given for you. So yeah, so I'm very proud of you, and I think it's your character, you being so genuine that you just really want to excel and deliver and be professional. Coming in early is very important, you know and not letting other people wait. So that's the thing. So yeah, and then here you are, you're second runner up, you won one of the highest honors. So all right, okay. Who are you as who is Atasha Reign Parani, and what sets you apart?
What sets me apart, I believe, is the determination. I think I was in a position during the pandemic where I had a choice of leaving and stopping my dreams. But I think what kept me going was that I'll be the ones to stay.
Okay.
I'll be a representation to all the children who really don't have that opportunity to dream well. And I was struggling so much financially, emotionally, physically, and it was something that I didn't and I really can't forget, because I was going through a lot of rejection, and career in showbiz has a phase where you're at the awkward stage where opportunities and options are not there for you. So
Yeah.
it's really like a stuck situation where should I keep going or not? Because at 14 years old, I feel like you would really think, no, okay, maybe I should dip all this and continue studying, and that will be it. But starting something and just going back to where you were is was like the worst option for me.
Yeah.
And even if I was questioned and told that wala naman talaga, and I really questioned myself as well, like is this really for me? Because you're going to be put in the public eye. You're going to be
Mm.
perceived as a figure lang, and not just a human where you feel things and you can be honest. And I think the showbiz has that kind of characteristics where you really have to showcase what's best and what's positive. But I feel like through interviews or anything or and all that, I feel like all I can really say that what sets me apart is I'm genuine and I'm honest, and I really don't want to pretend to be someone else. And I really have my own. Like, I really want to promote the authenticity that everybody should have in
Yeah.
pageantry. And during the pageant season, I was really watching pageants, and I was like, oh my gosh, everything is like the same. And there's just a lot of stereotypes and standards, and it is really true. I think
Yeah.
it is that way with the vision. If you want to get the crown, or if you want to win in your own definition, I feel like you should really get out of the box.
Yeah.
That was one thing that I did. And Reign Parani is someone who can reign in any path, any career path. And I went through so many. I used to be part of Beanie, which is the P-pop group, which is now one of,
Oh,
yes, one of
wow.
the K-pop kind of inspired Filipino group in the Philippines, and I was part of that since day one. But then my contract for acting was number one. It was a priority, and I never saw it as a priority before. I thought it was a second priority, but I'm really glad that God redirected me into this path, because not only that I was rejected through Beanie Beanie. Not really rejected, but it was like an option. It had to be, and it
Yeah.
was supposed to be that way. For PBB, I wasn't part of the Big Four, but I'm part of the four queens eliminated this year, and in Beanie Beanie Pilipinas. So I really love seeing the tagline from PBB to Beanie to BBP, and it's
Yeah.
just really something like, oh man, no. And I'm just really happy that it went that way, because I lost a lot of friends. I'm really an introvert. It's really hard for me to get out there. And up till now, I don't really have much friends. And
Mm.
I'm not really that person at school to like talk to people.
Right.
But for this career, I feel like it allows me to be and maximize my characteristics and be bold into who you are,
Yeah.
and be bold for the other people. I think that's what made me more comfortable in speaking this way, because other people won't have the voice to, or won't have the second thought of should I go for it or not. People are like forced to, and domestically abused, and that goes with my advocacy as well. So it's really something I hold on to most. An Instagram post that I posted before the coronation was a picture of me, like a little me. And usually I would write a whole dang caption about it, but it was a really short caption. I said that I will do it for her. I want to represent her and the children. And I'm really glad that I did. And super coincidence, because the Q&A person that asked me the question was also a P-pop member, and I'm
Yeah.
just really, really glad that things went, I don't know, similar to what I went through. So that's Rain, and I hope I can reign multiple more times.
You're just fascinating, Rain. I mean, you can talk all day. I will listen and I will give you the platform.
Thank
I mean,
you.
it doesn't show that you're introverted. I mean, there's a verse in the Bible that says that what Satan used for bad, God uses it for the good. So for all of your rejections, the Lord used that to shape you into the character, that the person that you are today, that you needed for the journey towards, your God-given purposes. So, looking at you, I wouldn't be surprised, really. I mean, the way you talk with so much confidence and conviction at 19,
Thank you.
and you sound like you're at my age. I mean, you with so
Oh
much
my God.
maturity. I like what I said. We all have different timelines. The world puts us in a timeline, and it gives us unnecessary pressure. But what God wants for you is fruitfulness, regardless of the time that He gives you, because His timing is always perfect. So, yeah. And yeah, I know. I'm just very fascinated. I can let you talk Korean. Okay, next question, and we're almost there. It's just gonna be a quick one. All right, so I'm sure you've been asked about this many times. So how has your career in showbiz helped you win in the Binibini Pilipinas?
I've answered this in so many ways, but I want to answer this differently this
Okay,
time.
sure. Great.
Showbiz was a tool,
Okay.
but it's something I went back to zero during pageantry. I hated the line, artista ka, kaya mo, mananalo ka. No, I mean, although I want that to be true, na pag-artista, pero no, kahit pagiging artista, it's 10 times harder as well. And I felt like I went through the whole process na pagiging artista all over again. And it's something that I kind of use as well. Syempre, I went through trainings and workshops and, just like self-taught things that I do know that helped me during my career. But with showbiz, it helped in a way that I had a community with me. I had those who mentored me and those who believed in me. And I feel like with a network and with those who also serve the Filipinos is something really important when it comes to having that common thought and common compassion towards others. It's really important to have relatability when it comes to pageants as well. And I feel like with everyone that I've encountered during showbiz, it has been much more easier for me. Before, like I said, I was an introvert, but till these days, it's like, more bearable and more conditioned to be adjustable in certain times. And I'm really happy that I did get into showbiz, and I'm really planning on going back. I'm really glad because on the Philippine Independence Day, we had our Monday first screening showing, which is the first ever Net 25 movie is showing in their network, and I'm really glad to be part of it.
Oh wow, congratulations. So did you like landed a role in that is it a movie or a film?
Yes, it's a movie. I am Sophia, and that's my role in the movie. And I have worked with such veteran actors, and something that I can really put with connecting to pageantry is, be fearless in a way that you will believe in the inevitable. And I really did have a good time because I remember that the shooting days for that was during my first pageant. So it was something really nice because after my reign in Binibini, I got to watch it, and it was like, grabe payat ko. Haggard ako doon.
Payat ka pa rin naman na. You were such in a great shape. Yeah.
Oh my god, thank you. Pero yeah, there's just a lot of things that I got to look back on after reigning, and I'm really happy because that film also advocates for senior citizens, and it's a really good movie promoting right now. But
sure.
Yeah, I'm just really happy that I get to be in this type of career because I really value this. And I remember before, during the darkest times, I would be in front of the mirror so many times. I really had this time where I was recovering from lots of weight loss. I used to be like chubby and like mas malusog, pero after beanie training from the P-pop group, I really had to adjust to so much eating problems and disorders, and as well my mental health. And it was something that I really held on to because I couldn't let go of. I don't know, because during those times to recover from it, it had to take nights and nights, 4 a.m., 2 a.m., any hour at the night. During the pandemic, I thought it was only 2 weeks, but it ended up being 2 years. And I remember countless nights just dancing and singing and acting in front of the mirror, hoping that it would be my turn to shine next time. And it was something I felt like nobody saw. Sorry. And it was hard to move on from. And gosh, it's the first interview that I can cry.
I'm so sorry, but yeah, you can pour your heart out. Really.
Yeah, during the entertainment industry, one thing you would realize is how can you entertain others when you're not happy yourself? Um, if you're being rejected or if you're not being offered opportunities, how can you really entertain others? How can you really use your craft into entertaining others, into inspiring others when you yourself have nothing to derive from? You can't get any strength and happiness from. And during the pandemic, it was hard because I was studying again, had no opportunities, and everything was just hitting at me. And so I guess it's something that more stories to tell, I guess, but showbiz and pageantry was something very transformational, and I feel like I would still empower young women to go for it because right now I'm just really glad with the confidence I have. Like it's not something easy to get. Some people can say grabe taas naman ng confidence mo, pero just to get confidence for young women or men or children out there, it's a whole head of a story behind that. So I think God really helped me because I really lost my faith during the pandemic, and I'm really glad that I got into a circle of people that value my faith with God, and I'm glad that this was the path, and I know that there's just so much more, and positivity that I have, I hope just some people will be eager to have as well to, accomplish their dreams.
Thank you for pouring your heart out to me, Rain. And as a Christian, I really truly understand you because, like, one of the things that the Lord really teaches us when we have a relationship with Him is to put our significance to God, meaning to say, we mean to say that we should not put our value as to what others would tell us or how they will accept us, because like most of the time we put our significance on how the world will accept us, and usually this is very unstable. Today you are loved by them, tomorrow you're hated. But with God, regardless of what you do, He's gonna love you anyway. He's gonna celebrate you, and until you realize that, how loved you are and how much potential that you have in you. I mean, imagine the God of the universe created you and He loves you, and He put so much of His likeness in you. That's how beautiful you are, Rain. And the way I look at you, you are very beautiful. And you're right. No matter how you try to tell yourself that you are beautiful, but if you don't believe in that, it wouldn't make sense. So I encourage you to believe in yourself, to accept that you're beautiful, that you're very talented, and that the world, I mean, that the God of the universe loves you very much and puts you, that placed in you such a very beautiful talent, that the world will see. And regardless of how they will react, it should not be the way you should value yourself. So regardless of how they will treat you, don't be hard on yourself, okay? Because like we love you. We're very proud of you, and
Thank you.
yeah. And then I know that God has a very beautiful future for you, Rain, and He will not put you up to this if He has no great plan. And He's calling you to have a deeper relationship, and your community is helping you with that. So we're down to the end of our interview. And I'm so honored to have this to have you now in the show. So Rain, what's next for you? Are you gonna join another pageant? I'm sure everyone has asked you that, but more importantly, like what are you looking forward to the most? Not just on your reign in Binibini Pilipinas, but after your reign.
I'm really fond of believing that you should take it one day at a time. And as of now, number one is to finish high school. After that, plan my life. And then decide if I could go to college as well, because I'm really a career woman. I want to study and work at the same time as much as possible, because I know in these years, my 20s, I want to maximize it to the most. And for another pageant, I'm still questionable, but a lot of people have been saying now, 2 to 3 years, sige, kaya pa, or join again. There's more experience. You can shape up more or something. And my team is also encouraging me as well. But as of now, I still want to be equipped in a way that I can use the weapons in every right place. And I just really want to be a good advocate for my advocacy. I think that's one of the best foundations. And it's such a good creation in pageantry na meron ganon. I was familiar with that, but I never knew the depths of that during the Bini Bini season. So I was really like in awe of all the charities, and I have been a part of Rotaract as well. So I've been doing a lot of works in charities as well. Pero to be able to do that in other countries, hopefully with the Philippines sash, maybe that would be much better. And being and embodying a Filipina and its greatest ambitions, I feel like that would be the best thing, and that's one of the biggest dreams I have. But who knows what I should do to get there, but I think it's one day at a time. And I want to be a good student, a good sister, a good daughter, a good friend, and a good advocate, and I hopefully a queen to represent the Philippines soon. And I want to reign again, hopefully, but I still am undecided.
Yeah, you'll get there, I know. I just wanted to encourage you. While you were speaking, the Holy Spirit revealed to my heart that just to encourage you and let you know that the greatest in God's kingdom is the one who has a childlike faith. Meaning to say that we look at God with no assumptions, with no prior knowledge, right? So you have that. And when you mentioned about your journey, one of the things that was revealed to me by God about you is your humility. This is not false humility, but humility. Putting yourself at a posture where you are very submissive when it comes to like, okay, what do I need to learn? What do I need to do? You do not come into a new situation like an all-knowing person. And God loves a person who has that kind of heart, because he loves to minister to that. He knows that you can be planted elsewhere, and he knows that you can be fruitful and be used for his divine purposes. So I just wanted to let you know, Rain, you have such an amazing heart. Just take it easy, and I love your attitude of taking it one step at a time. It's like I'm being reminded by Psalms 23 when you're just holding the hand of God, and then he will take you to wherever he wants you to in this journey. So Rain, we don't have so much time, and I would love to give you an hour of my show to just talk about yourself, and you will have more of that soon. So any messages to your supporters, fans?
Ayun, I just really want to compliment you as well. I love how you respond to everything that I say with the name of God as well. And I've been through so much as well with my faith, and I feel like it's been refreshing to talk to someone just as similar as well. And I'm really glad that this happened today. It's been a rough day, to be honest. I was really sleepy during class, but I'm really not right now. But ayun, anyways, to my supporters, thank you so much, Team Rain, my family, my friends, my dear loved ones. Thank you so much for all of the support. I am still not done with my 5-part Instagram long message thank you to everyone, but right now I am still processing everything and all the love that you've been pouring out to me, and with the heart of gold that you all have. Maraming salamat. Sana abangan niyo po ako sa mga next quests of my life, and I'm really hopeful that we can work together, Sir Jian, and I've seen your work. I'm really glad that I got to be interviewed by you today, and ayun, I hope to meet you soon again.
Yes, please, let's meet. Yeah. I would love to take you to church, Rain. It's in sa BGC lang naman eh. So I'll talk to you about it after recording.
Okay.
But yeah, guys, please, gosh, an amazing person, Reign Parani. Please do support her. She has a movie now, so watch out for it. On her Instagram, do follow her. She has a lot of followers, but We'll be following her too. And please, again, love on her, guys. Our beauty queens need the love, okay? They get there, they work so hard. Please be less critical because at the end of the day, they're human beings, okay? So, guys, thank you so much. Again, Atashi Reign Parani, second runner-up at this year's Binibini Pilipinas. And do watch this episode and support. Thank you so much for watching and staying with us at the Jian Lasala Show. Bye!
Bye!